We're having lunch today. I'm working from home. Bronwyn's working from home. The kids are working from home. So we're having lunch from home. It's a nice chance for us to have lunch together, isn't it? We're also having lunch with other people. We're having soup. It's really nice.
Thanks.
You cooked.
This is pumpkin and roasted eggplant / aubergine. And the roasted eggplant really gives it a creaminess. So you don't have to add cream.
Just a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
Yep. And some pepper.
I reckon those sausages last night were so salty, I reckon, because I was like, all night I was so thirsty.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
There's some water.
So, Aldi,
well,
reduce your salt
I'm also
in your sausages.
I'm also having a sausage
Thank
for lunch too.
You are?
Yep.
Tell me if you get thirsty. Because then we'll know that's what it is.
I guess it would be a scientific experiment then.
Yeah.
So here is my sausage, my sausage sandwich that I'll be having along with the soup. Because why not? All the rules are changed. I can have a sausage.
My
for
wife
lunch.
lets me have a sausage.
Well, big news.
Is there even a nice way to eat soup? Sorry, everyone.
Apparently there is a nice way.
You're
supposed to tip it away from yourself.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it like this.
For something, yeah. That's right. And then what? So you don't hold it up. You do this.
No, you do it from the edge like that.
Okay. Big news.
If you're posh. Sorry.
Or shall I say what the big news is? Yes.
You do.
We're down to our last roll of toilet paper. At that point, you need some dramatic music, don't you? To sort of...
Did you see my dramatic eyes?
Oh, yeah, dramatic eyes.
I did dramatic eyes.
Yeah.
Well, in the downstairs loo, just behind us, no toilet paper. We're out.
We're very thankful that we have more than one toilet in the house.
Yeah.
But we have put out feelers, and apparently there are a few options via the various social networks of which we are a part. We have put out requests for ideas and suggestions.
Puppies. Leaves.
And there may be some places that have under-the-counter options for sales.
So weird and gross at the same time.
It doesn't matter what I say in the context of this conversation. It will be taken in another light. So anyway, welcome to the Windsors. These are the kinds of conversations that we enjoy having.
Yeah. At the dinner table especially.
Yep. Okay, so that's kind of our
Any
news.
other news?
We're about to move in Moore College.
Again.
Doesn't matter what I say. In Moore College, we're about to move into the mission mode.
Right, yeah.
And so thinking about all sort of different possibilities for how we can, amongst the students and also amongst the faculty, share things that we have, share the great news of Jesus, share the salvation that's in him with people, with young people, with old people, with children, with all the different kinds of people that we might be able to come into contact with online. So we're just sort of moving into that mode now. And so that's starting to happen. And that's really good. I'm thinking of how we can get some videos out there and some podcasts and that kind of thing. So, yep. In other news, many of our residential students have had to look for alternative accommodation. Well, they haven't had to yet, but very soon they will, and so they're doing it now. Very soon we assume they will, if measures change. So there's some news. Yep. I went for a very solitary run this morning, so trying to get some exercise while it's still okay, and I was just spending my time just really avoiding people. So if you had a GPS tracker on me, then you would see that my run looked almost fractal as I was kind of changing course every time I saw somebody in order to avoid them and going onto the other side of the road and then not going down any kind of narrow laneways or whatever. So I was probably keeping about a 10-metre rule from most people.
Yeah, we might find that muggings are reduced.
Well,
because it's difficult to mug
if anyone
somebody
started running towards me, I would have run away from them.
1.5 meters.
That's
Yeah.
right. And again, I mean, I'm not particularly right now scared, for myself in this, but I don't want to give anything to anyone else just in case somehow I've got it and I'm a carrier. I don't feel like I'm a carrier, but that is, I don't feel like I've got any symptoms at all.
But you've got pretty bad asthma. So
yep.
I'm scared for you. Like, you're already on pretty strong asthma medication.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so it's probably good to avoid people as well. Yeah.
When I say I'm scared, I'm not scared, but
it is
mindful.
a concern.
Yeah.
Yeah. In other news, this soup is very nice. We add a bit of salt to it.
Oi!
No, it's like, of course, you added salt. I wasn't. No, like it's. Anyway, in other news, this soup is very nice. So, what have you been up to this morning? What did you do?
I had Bible study online with my group. The person who was leading us managed to do that with a toddler on her lap, which I thought was pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's multitasking, isn't it?
Yeah, that's next level. And so that went pretty well, although, all those usual funny things that happen when people are trying to navigate a whole different way of interacting. And whatever. So it was shorter than we usually do. But really good to be reminded of those gospel truths that before God, it doesn't matter who we are or whether or not we know the Bible really well or don't, we're all actually in the same situation, under the judgment of God, because we're all rebelled against him. But his gift to us is his own son, and now we can all be reconciled to him on the same basis of faith. And I think it's tempting at the moment just to put aside those sorts of things like Bible study and reading the Bible. Like, it just seems to be not as important as just doing the next thing or organising other things. But to stop and do that has been so helpful. So I want to try and remember to keep doing that and not just think other things are always more important.
That's so great.
Yeah.
What were you looking at? Was it Romans 3 that you were looking
How
at
did you
today?
know?
Well, I know you're looking at Romans, and what you were saying is so amazing. Did you get up to but now?
No.
No, okay. So you're looking at our great need that all of us have before God.
Exactly.
For forgiveness, for justification.
No buts yet. I think next week, the very next words that we'll get to in Romans chapter 3 in verse 21, but now. So there is good news coming, which is good, because the last few weeks have been pretty depressing as we just see how rubbish we all are, everyone. Yeah. Anyway, there's hope.
But you need to know the bad news before you know the good news.
Exactly.
Well, you need to know the bad news so that you can understand how good the good news is, I guess.
Yeah, and I think we really do know inside our hearts. We know it inside our, like, we try and say that we're good or think that our motives are good, but we know deep down. So it's just good to recognise that, but we don't need to be afraid of that, because the answer is in Jesus right there. So
He's died for us. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
No. Sorry. I just took a bite before I said that. I was looking at some... I mean, as you were looking at Romans, I was looking at Romans this morning at the same time.
Jinx!
Yay! I was looking at... fist bump. I was looking at some students had written some assignments on Romans chapters 3, on the issue of Christ's righteousness being given to us, and that question in Romans chapters 3, 4 and 5. So Jesus has died for us, and we don't come to God with our own righteousness. We come to God with Christ's. Christ gives us his righteousness. Or when we exactly when we have Christ, by trusting in him, we have everything that belongs to him, including his goodness and his life and his righteousness and everything. So, it's fantastic. Yep. Well, that's what we've done today. I am enjoying this lunch. Well, afterwards, we're going to go out and buy some toilet paper, I think, and take up some of those
We're going on a toilet
suggestions.
paper search.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to cause some more panic buying, but apparently there's a convenience store around the corner that has some.
Yep. But
So don't you all go out and buy it.
But we want to make sure, I think we're going to go in and say, we only want one.
One roll.
No. Well, packet, I don't know, whatever they'll sell to us. And ask very nicely and in a non-panicked way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all we have to say.
That's right.
We'll update you later about
okay.
the toilet paper situation.
Let's close this down.
We've just been out, and as we went out, we couldn't buy any toilet paper, but we did get some tissues for $6.50 a packet at the convenience store. So we may have paid for, I don't know, 40 minutes worth of someone's wage at that point, which is a valuable thing. Then we got home, and what did we find on our doorstep but this? Do you want to open it up?
Yeah. It is a beautiful note from some of our students.
Yay!
How kind is that? And some other things in there. So
Oh,
lovely.
How lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, so nice.